Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm on my way to Copart to pick up my project boat. Yeah, another boat. This time it's got a salvage title. Well, hopefully there's not too much wrong with it. But let me show you what it is here in a second. I had to reassemble most of the furniture back into this because it was loose and somebody went through it trying to find a bunch of stuff to steal, probably while it was during the tornadoes that happened in the Omaha area. This came in the auction lot May 10th, May 14th or something. There's a lot of buildup at the bottom of this that I need to get off because it looks like it sat in a lake or a pond or something most of its life, and then something pretty heavy fell on it. So I got my little trusty pressure washer here, and gonna go and see if I can get some of this cleaned off. It's coming out okay. You can clearly see where I hit it with the power washer. I'm gonna see if I can try this instant hole cleaner, and maybe it'll get some of this water stains off, because if you look a little bit further up underneath there, yeah, that thing's been in the water for a while. I just got my boxes in here from the Fox Power Sports dealership. So I think these are the upper rail pieces, the vertical uprights. We got some rail support pieces here, got a couple of random other pieces here, little clips here for the side. So we got to unbox all of this. Oh, I got an oil filter too. Don't need that yet. So I got to unbox all this, and hopefully I got all the parts I need to put it all back together. Similar to that one, it's a bit longer though, so should be going back here somewhere like that. Well, I thought I was smart and put all the bolts and brackets and stuff way over there, so I got to climb on this. Alright, so this one's 2, that one's 2, this one says 1, so it probably goes to this one. Also has 1 on it. So that should clamp around like that. That goes on the top rail. And these go down on the bottom. Broken. 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 Just gotta go remember which one goes where. This clamps into here like this. And this whole assembly goes down into these little slots here. And this is upper rail. There's a bolt and a nut that kind of clamps that in place too. The bottom section is held in place just with these little Allen, and that's what actually holds this assembly to the frame. It's gonna be a little bit. I'll be right back. That was pretty easy. Kind of holds that in place for a little bit of play to it until I get everything else mounted up. So I'm gonna move on to the next one. I'm gonna reuse this one since that was still good from the accident. Clamp this, hold it in place. And again, just set it down here and then put the bolts in without losing them. Awesome. So we got both of those broken sections back in. It's got a little bit of play to it. Still got to tighten a couple things on here, but they're not going anywhere. So now I can get these plastic side pieces put back in place. So you see this little plastic thing, that's got to go back behind here, and it kind of locks it in place. Like that. Before I get these side rails put on, I gotta put these little plastic trim pieces back in. So those go in here, locks in place, and then slides to the back. Then go to the next one, lock it in, shift it back a little bit. Got these black pieces all locked in place. They go from the forward, locked into the back. I had this section here is a little bit extra work because it's not really designed to do that. So I had to loosen this bolt so you get slide up underneath there and then have enough room to slide back. But it's not that big of a deal. And I'm just going to use my impact on the lowest setting, which is 1. And here we go. Get these side rails on. These should just kind of bolt in place as well. Bolts should look like these. That looks like something important. Like everything's T30 on this, which is nice. Now that I got all these bolts started, I'm just going to go ahead and tighten them up. So put these anchor tie downs where the original ones were in the back and the front. There's spots for a couple more, and I'll probably add a couple more because it's kind of irritating only having ones in the front and the back. And these are 13mm bolts. So I need to find the bolts for these, get this top on. There we go. Ta-da. Scrap pile. That broke. Crap. That's super bent. Huh. That broke. Amazing. It's supposed to be all on the outside. That. Oh. The instrument cluster decided to fry itself as soon as I hooked up the battery. Kind of hard to hear, but there's water sloshing around in it, and you can kind of see it. So I have to spend several $100s and order a new instrument cluster assembly, and wait at least a week for it to get in. So fantastic.